Welcome to the Weather Centre on Wednesday, where you'll see a cold front extending over the far eastern part of South Africa. It leaves behind cold weather over the southern part and also cools temperatures off through to the central and eastern part of the country. We're still forecasting overcast weather with the possibility of rainfall over the far southern part of South Africa, with a mostly cloudy day and the possibility of rain and drizzle over parts of KwaZulu-Natal. And then in the afternoon, we'll see isolated thundershowers forming over the eastern part of Mpumalanga, but with a dry and warm day for Gauteng, Limpopo and the northwest, and we're expecting windy conditions along parts of the eastern Cape Coast. In fact, the South African Weather Service have issued a watch for gale force winds along the coast, and that's mainly between Cape St. Francis and Cannon Rocks on Wednesday. We're forecasting a 60% chance of rainfall over the far southern part of South Africa, with a 40% chance of rain and drizzle over KwaZulu-Natal, and then we'll see isolated thundershowers forming over the eastern part of Mpumalanga. It's a cold Wednesday for Sutherland, George and Graaff-Reinet, all in the mid-teens, 19 degrees for Cape Town and Port Elizabeth. You'll see that cold air extending all the way through to KwaZulu-Natal, only 17 degrees for Pietermaritzburg, with highs in the low 20s along the east coast. We're also forecasting maximums in the low 20s for the Free State and much of the Northern Cape, but things stay warm in the northeast, in the middle and upper 20s for Gauteng, as well as the northwest and Mpumalanga, and we're forecasting a hot day for Polokwane at 30 degrees. Moderate beach conditions are expected for Namaqualand on Wednesday, with strong winds in the forecast as we head further south, and a strong southeasterly wind for Alexander Bay. Along the west coast, we're expecting a 3-metre southwesterly swell. In the southwest, a fresh southerly wind is expected for the Cape Town Atlantic side, with moderate wind speeds for False Bay and Hermanus, and a fresh southwesterly wind for Cape Agulhas. We're also expecting a 3-metre southwesterly swell in the southwest. It'll be a cloudy and wet day along the south coast on Wednesday, with poor beach conditions expected. You'll see a southwesterly to westerly wind, with fresh winds in the forecast for Mussel Bay and Plettenberg Bay, but strong winds as we head towards Port Elizabeth, with that watch for gale force winds. And along the south coast, we're expecting a 3.5-metre southwesterly swell. Along the east coast, poor beach conditions are expected due to the possibility of rainfall. Strong winds are expected for East London, with a fresh southwesterly wind for Durban and more of a southerly component into that wind for Richards Bay, with wind speeds of around 30 kilometres per hour, and we're forecasting a 2-metre southerly swell with a wave period of 11 seconds. That's all from the Weather Centre for now. Have a wonderful Wednesday.